Welcome back to Linn-Benton Community College. Lydia Parker here for another LBCC Lady Roadrunners volleyball game as the Mount Hood Community College Saints are at the Athletic Center here on campus. We'll have the national anthem and then introduce both teams. And almost like clockwork, it seems like the live stream health has gone down right before we get started. But checking the kilobytes per second here, and it looks like we might be coming back from the video output being too low. But I just spoke to the new athletic director here at Linn-Benton, and he said that we're working on getting some better equipment, a new computer, and some better software for broadcasting here shortly. But our apologies if the video quality is not coming through, and hopefully you all can see and hear as of right now. Again, it is the Mount Hood Community College Saints here in the gym for another NWAC Southern Division matchup. And as we've introduced all of the players already for Mount Hood, we'll go ahead and try to race through and catch up when they introduce the LB players. For Mount Hood Community College, number 1, freshman Michelle Arney. Number 2, sophomore Jada Spendolo. Number 3, freshman McKenna Schwab. Number 4, sophomore Kamiley Labanon. Number 7, sophomore Shelby Martin. Number 9, freshman Kaylin Pickett. Isabella Rep. For the Roadrunners, we'll catch up where we are. Maddie Norris, sophomore from Lebanon. Number 6, Allie Tao, freshman from Sweet Home. Number 8, Deja Smith, freshman from Scio. Number 9, Janiyah Wright, sophomore from Grants Pass. Number 10, Sabrina McDowell, freshman from North Douglas. Number 11, and number 12, Grace Phillips, sophomore from Tualatin. Number 15, Kaylee Rodriguez, sophomore from Hillsboro. And the top of the order, which we missed here, trying to catch up. Number 1, Kaya Knuth, sophomore from Lebanon. Number 2, Katie Carrillo, freshman from Sutherland. Number 3, Mitra Aflatuni, freshman from Crescent Valley. Number 4, Elizabeth Weber, sophomore from Roseburg. And as both the teams get ready for this matchup, the Roadrunners looking to continue their winning streak after the tournament up at Walla Walla, where they didn't fare quite as well as they usually do. They've been pretty much unstoppable. They're now 3-0 in conference, 19-9 overall in the most recent coaches poll. That is September 26th. LBCC ranked 6th in the NWAC. And Mount Hood Community College, on the other side of things, they're 1-2 in conference, 8-13 overall. LBCC, again, looking to remain undefeated going into today's matchup. The Roadrunners coming off of a couple big wins, including our last home broadcast versus Chemeketa. That was last Wednesday. LBCC won a really close matchup, 3-1 versus Chemeketa. They then won that Friday at Clackamas, 3-1, and then swept Clark 3-0 this last Wednesday. And again, it is the Mount Hood Community College Saints. Back to serve for the Roadrunners is number 6, Maddie Norris. Just getting underway here with the first set out of bounds off of Carlin Vidad. The first point of the game goes to the Roadrunners. Maddie Norris, sophomore setter from Lebanon High School, native of Lebanon, Oregon. Her second serve here tonight. This time, Michelle Arney, freshman from Warrenton, Oregon, with the attack. As she gets point number 1 for Mount Hood. We're tied 1-1. Serving for the Saints is Grace Buchanan, sophomore from Forest Grove. The Roadrunners unable to get this one back over the net. Make it 2-1, Mount Hood. Into the hands off Grace Phillips. Or into the net off the hand of Grace Phillips. Here, Mitra Afaltuni with the hit out of bounds. Now 3-1, Mount Hood Community College leading here early with Grace Buchanan still serving. This one goes into the net. The Roadrunners get the side out. And the score goes 3-2. The Saints up on the Roadrunners by 1. Thank you all for joining us tonight. Just a few more home volleyball games left, and then it's basketball season, which we will be bringing to you, hopefully with new equipment. So we look forward to that exciting future here. Grace Phillips with a hit and 4 fingers, 4 contacts called. On the other side of things, pardon me, the Roadrunners get the point to tie it up 3-3. Micaiah Philly with the attack. 4-3 Roadrunners as they take a 1-point lead. Ali Tao goes back to serve. This one bounces in front of the diving Carolyn Vidal. The Roadrunners lead now 5-3 here in the first set. Again, LBCC undefeated in conference so far, 3-0, 19-9 overall. Knuth dives and unable to get to it to make the score 5-4 as the Saints get the point. Jada Spendolo, sophomore from Gladstone High School out of Milwaukee, serving. Norris sets up Philly. Philly with the hit. And a soft hit here for Michelle Arney up on the net. It almost looked like Micaiah Philly and Grace Phillips were planning for a little bit more on the hit, and it just kind of trickled over the net. Here, it's Grace Phillips with the attack and the kill. 6-5 Roadrunners on the big hit by Grace Phillips, the sophomore from Tualatin. Sabrina McDowell, freshman from North Douglas, comes into the game to serve. In the back row, it is Sabrina McDowell, Maddie Norris, Ali Tao, and in the front, Mitra Afaltuni, Micaiah Philly, and Janaea Wright. Norris to McDowell, and just getting over is Philly. Grace Buchanan's hit just barely makes it over the net. We're tied back at 6 points apiece, and coming back into the game for the Roadrunners is libero Kaya Knuth. Serving for the Saints is number 1, Michelle Arney. Philly, a hard hit. And the libero, Spendolo, gets it up, but right into the net. 7-6 Roadrunners. Mitra Afaltuni will serve. Afaltuni, freshman from Crescent Valley High School, right here in Corvallis, Oregon. Or I guess I should say just next door in Corvallis, Oregon. And a quick, tricky play here by Maddie Norris on the fake set. 8-6 now, Roadrunners leading. That one just inbounds. Afaltuni to serve again. Out of bounds. (8-7) now the score. The Roadrunners up by 1. It'll be number 4, Kamaili Labanon, sophomore from Damien Memorial High School in Kaneohe, Hawaii, serving for the Saints. Norris, that's up right. Right with the kill. 9-7 Roadrunners. They get the ball right back. Coming into the game is Katie Carrillo for Micaiah Philly. Up in the front now, Janaea Wright, Maddie Norris, and Allie Tao in the back. Mitra Flatuni, Kaya Knuth, and Katie Carrillo, her first serve. Eats up Kamaili Labanon. 10-7 now, Roadrunners leading. Carrillo to serve again. Buchanan sets up Bethany McKnight, who hits it just a little bit too hard. It goes out of bounds, and the Roadrunners get the point. 10-7 LB. Carrillo serve. A quick set by Grace Buchanan. Allie Tao with the hit. Maddie Norris to Janaea Wright with the kill. 11-7 Roadrunners leading. Carrillo to serve again. The up by Kamaili Labanon goes just out of bounds and making it a little bit harder for her teammates to bring it back in. The Roadrunners get point number 12 and lead it 12-7 here in the first set. Versus the Mount Hood Community College Saints. Timeout called by head coach Christina Crivello. Our first timeout. The Saints also brought here today by Charlie Gilbert and Sierra Veracruz. Gilbert and Veracruz assistant coaches. For the Roadrunners, head coach Jamie Frazier, assistant coaches Mindy Wilms and Davin Pease. LBCC coming into today's matchup as a winning percentage of .679. Won the last 3 games in a row. And at home, overall, they're 5-2. LB is averaging 10.16 kills per set. And they're hitting .201 as a team. Carrillo gets the point on her own here to make it 14-7. LB in the lead. Bethany McKnight, the freshman from Willamina, is met at the net, and the Roadrunners get point number 15. On the block by Allie Tao and Janaea Wright. Kaya Knuth looks like she almost trips as she heads to try to dig that one out. And little miscommunication there in the back between Knuth and Carrillo to make it 15-8 as the Saints get the point. Now Bethany McKnight, freshman from Willamina, serving. Into the net, the Roadrunners get the ball right back. Now 16-8 the score. Grace Phillips comes in for Janaea Wright. Kaya Knuth to serve for the Roadrunners. The hit by Shelby Martin. And here it's Ali Tao. With another impressive hard hit all season long. Ali Tao, freshman from Sweet Home High School, has been athletically impressive as she is and continues here. This one goes into the out of bounds pole off the hand of Isabella Rep. Make it 18-8, the Roadrunners leading by 10. Phillips just barely taps that one over. 19-8 now the score. The Roadrunners in the lead here in the first set. Shelby Martin gets it over. Grace Phillips hits it, but just out of bounds. Mount Hood gets the side out they desperately wanted to make the score 19-9. Now serving for the Saints, Carolyn Vidal, a freshman from Moanalua High School in Honolulu, Hawaii. A hard hit by Ali Tao, but a nice dig by Michelle Arney. It does, however, go out of bounds, and the Roadrunners get the point. 20-9, LBCC leading. Maddie Norris to serve. And a good effort here by Carolyn Vidal, again from Honolulu, Hawaii. She lays out and unable to get to it. The Roadrunners lead 21-9 here in the first set. I noticed how much she was doing that when they were just practicing before the game, so really a team player in Vidal. Out of bounds off of the hands of Mitra Aflatuni, making it 21-10. The Roadrunners still in the lead. Into the game for the Roadrunners, Kaylee Rodriguez, number 15, a sophomore from Hillsborough High School. The serve by Grace Buchanan, but another just extremely powerful hit here, and not even surprised anymore the athletic abilities of some of these girls. That was Mitra Aflatuni with the kill, making it 22-10. Roadrunners up. Ali Tao back to serve. That one drops in no man's land, making it 22-11. The Saints get the point and the side out. Jada Spendolo serving. She'll get to serve again here, as the Saints score point number 12. It is now 22-12. LB up by 10. Knuth up to Norris. Out of bounds off of Kaylee Rodriguez. 22-13. Here it's Aflatuni, the hard hit. She is met at the net, but it goes off the hands of McKenna Schwab and Bethany McKnight. 23-13, the Roadrunners up by 10. Sabrina McDowell serving. Michelle Arney lays out, but can't get to it. 24-13 the score. Roadrunners looking for the first set here. Sabrina McDowell serving. And there it is. 25-13, the first score of the first set here as the Roadrunners take set number 1 and now lead 1-0. We will switch sides and resume play. Let's compare some of these stats again. I brought them up briefly, but the Roadrunners 19-9 overall. Mount Hood 8-13. The Roadrunners 3-0 in conference, and Mount Hood 1-2. LBCC has a winning percentage of .679, and Mount Hood at .381. I think what stands out to me the most here are the offensive stats. The Roadrunners with 10.16 kills per set, and Mount Hood with 5.51, so almost double there what Mount Hood has boasted so far. The Roadrunners defensively averaging .85 blocks per set. Or pardon me, the Roadrunners, I didn't think that sounded right, averaging 1.59 blocks per set. Mount Hood with .85 blocks per set. Coming up in the Roadrunners' future, again, the season just seems to fly by this time of the year. As we head into October this next week, just a few more home games left, and only 2 during the month of October. Friday, October 12th at 6:30 p.m. versus the Clackamas Cougars, our next home game. And then Friday, October 26th versus Clark here at home, also 6:30 p.m. Then back-to-back games. Actually, it looks like 5 games left in the home games left in the season, that is. 3 games in November as well. Here the Roadrunners leading Mount Hood 1-0. And pretty cool, they've made a game day program here for, this is the first time I've seen it this year, but LBCC with a little bit of Roadrunner volleyball history here printed out and pictures of all the girls on the team. And of course, head coach Jamie Frazier. But some interesting stats here. We'll try to get through them as we go about the success that the LBCC volleyball program has had over the past 5 years. That's earned them really a prominent place here in the NWAC. And as I did mention earlier, from the coaches poll on September 26th, the LBCC ranked 6th overall. And the next coaches poll will be October 12th. But the Roadrunners undefeated in conference, so no surprises there that they would rank in the coaches poll. Just about to get underway with the second set. And again, thank you for joining us here tonight and supporting LBCC volleyball. We'll be bringing you all athletics this season. The first serve is up off the hands of Carolyn Vidal. The first point goes to the Roadrunners. LBCC leads it 1-0 on a nice hit by Janaea Wright. Or pardon me, that was Ali Tao. Buchanan unable to get it past the net here. It's 2-0 Roadrunners, and back to serve again is Maddie Norris. And there's that effort I was talking about with Vidal laying out again. You can hear her getting a floor burn. She lays out once more here, but she and Michelle Arney both unable to come up with it. It is now 3-0 Roadrunners in the second set. Norris will serve once more. Arnie with the hit. Knuth gets it up. Ali Tao. A little too much power there for the back row of the Saints to dig out. It is now 4-0 Roadrunners. And what a joy she has been to watch on this team. One of the many very talented freshmen the Roadrunners picked up this last year. Phyllis sets it up for Aflatuni, who gets it over. 4 hits. The Roadrunners lead 5-0. Norris will serve again. Aflatuni to Norris. Norris sets up Tao. Buchanan's hit is blocked by Aflatuni and Phillips at the net. It's 6-0 Roadrunners. And Maddie Norris and her team going on a roll here. Buchanan seems surprised that that hit came right back at her. A good block there up front by Norris and Aflatuni. Ali Tao this time blocked. And Aflatuni not blocked. This one skips all the way to the back row. And this one lands in no man's land. A little miscommunication there as Mount Hood gets their first side out of the game. It's 6-1 Roadrunners. Buchanan serves for the Saints. Grace Phillips with the kill. And talk about power. Grace Phillips, a sophomore from Tualatin, middle blocker, definitely has, if she so chooses, a bright future in the sport of volleyball. The Roadrunners over the years, one of the stats here I'll read you in a moment, have sent a lot of girls to 4-year colleges. Here it goes out of bounds on off of Phillips. But definitely if Phillips wants to pursue it, she'll have the opportunity to do so. 7-2 Roadrunners. Jada Spendelow, sophomore from Gladstone High School, out of Milwaukee, serving. We're here in the second set, and a soft hit this time to switch things up for Grace Phillips. That one was tough to play. It was in the net. Phillips tried her best, as did Norris. But the point goes to the Saints. It's 7-3 Roadrunners up here in the second set, leading in the match 1-0. Spendelow's serve is up. Inbounds just over the head of Ali Tao. She had ducked underneath it, thinking it would go out of bounds, but it did come down at the last second. It's now 7-4. The Saints making a bit of a comeback after a 6-0 run to start out the game. A nice attempt by Ali Tao, but the point will go to the Saints on a soft little tap by the tall Shelby Martin, sophomore middle blocker from Oregon City High School, getting the point. This one out of bounds on the serve from Spendelow. It's 8-5 Roadrunners. The Roadrunners started out on that 6-0 run. The score now 8-5. So Mount Hood does a nice job getting some of those points back. Sabrina McDowell to serve for the Roadrunners. After a volley with Vidad getting it back over for the Saints, the Roadrunners get the point and lead at 9-5. With Janaea Wright getting the point. McDowell will serve again. Michelle Arney with the kill. Nine to 6, the Roadrunners up by 3. And serving for the Saints, number 16, Isabella Rep, freshman from David Douglas High in Portland. Janae Wright gets it over. Kamiley Labanon misses the hit. It's 10 to 6. The Roadrunners now leading by 4. And Mitra Aflatuni will serve for LB. A nice full crowd here tonight from the Athletic Center gym on the LBCC campus. Again, newly redesigned this last year, brand new floor, and quite a bit of other construction work going on outside here. The Roadrunners get the point. After a double hit. It's 11-6 LB. This one called out of bounds. And the Roadrunners get the point again. 12-6. The Roadrunners have the Saints doubled up. Aflatuni, freshman from Crescent Valley, serves out of bounds. 12-7 now the score. Bethany McKnight, freshman from Willamina, serves into the net. The Roadrunners get the ball right back. 13-7 LB. They won the first set 25-13 and lead 1-0 here in the second set. Katie Carrillo will serve, freshman from Sutherland High School, native of Sutherland, Oregon. Norris to Knuth. Ali Tao, a hard hit, but a good job in the back row there by Kamiley Labanon. And here the hit by Tao, a little bit too much for Labanon, who made a good play just minutes ago. 14-7, the score, LBCC up. Carrillo serves, and Janaea Wright makes sure that one doesn't come back over, as it was just above the net, and a nice tap there by Janaea, the sophomore middle blocker from Grants Pass. Bit of a deep set there for Ali Tao, but she's able to get it over, and this one's out of bounds. A good effort by the libero Jada Spendulo. 16-7 now the score. Katie Carrillo will serve. After, of course, we wipe up some sweat on the floor, so I alluded to this. Over the past 5 years, the Roadrunners have sent 30 players to play at 4-year schools. So pretty impressive. They've also had 4 Final Four championship appearances in the past 5 years. And the 2016 and 2017 teams combined finished their LBCC careers with an incredible 79-12 record. The 2018 Roadrunners looking to keep that trend alive, as they have so far, and 3-0 in the conference so far. 16-8 the score, after a nice hit by Grace Buchanan. Buchanan at 5'11", outside hitter from Banks High School in Forest Grove. Aflatuni's hit goes into the net. Here, a light tapper from Buchanan. Try to trick the LB defense. Here she taps it again, but just in bounds. And at first, one of the judges said out of bounds. Everyone else disagreed, however. So the Saints get the point. It's 16-10, the Roadrunners up here in the second set. Shelby Martin, sophomore from Oregon City, serving. Ali Tao, the hit. The Roadrunners now lead 17-10. Kaya Knuth will serve. Miley Labanon's hit goes off of her palm and into the net. It's 18-10, Roadrunners up. Knuth's serve goes into the net and bounces off of Maddie Norris's head. It's 18-11 now, with Caroline Vidad, freshman from Honolulu, serving. A nice up by Carrillo. Knuth gets it over. And the hardest hit I think I've seen all night by the Saints from the freshman McKenna Schwab, outside here from Gresham High School. With the kill here to make it 18-12. Phillips with the light tap. A double hit called. The Roadrunners get point number 18 and lead it 18-12. Maddie Norris will serve. Grace Phillips. Unreal power. 20-12, the Roadrunners leading by 8. A couple really good blocks here by Afflatuni in the corner. Ali Tao uncharacteristically misses the hit here. It's 20-13 as the Saints get the side out. Grace Buchanan serves. Grace Phillips comes right back with another powerful hit. It's 21-13. The Roadrunners leading with Micaiah Philly coming into the game for Katie Carrillo. Ali Tao serving. Missed communication leads to 4 hits. The Roadrunners lead 22-13, a timeout called by head coach Christina Crivello. A couple more Roadrunner volleyball stats here for you as this timeout winds down. LBCC over the last 5 years, volleyball program has averaged 30 NWAC wins per season. They've placed or tied for first or second in the Southern region over the past 5 years, and had 5 NWAC championship tournament appearances over the past 5 years. Again, 4 Final Four championship appearances. So quite a few really impressive stats here Roadrunner Volleyball has boasted over the past 5 years. And again, Coach Jamie Frazier, the head coach, and assistant coaches Mindy Wilms and Davin Pease doing another great job this season, looking to keep their winning record and winning tradition alive here. And LB just a couple points away from continuing to do that here tonight, at least in the second set. They lead the match 1-0 and lead the second set 22-13. Tao runs and jumps and serves. A nice hit by Grace Buchanan. Set up by Carolyn Vidal. It's 22-14, the Roadrunners in the lead. The libero Jada Spendolo serving. Out of bounds. Nice communication there by all of the players on the court and even on the bench for the Roadrunners, making sure that nobody touched that one as it was sailing out of bounds. The score now 23-14, the Roadrunners leading. Sabrina McDowell will serve. Lebanon misses the hit. It's 24-14. McDowell going for the set point. A nice hit to stay alive. Michelle Arney, the freshman from Warrenton High School, gets the side out, and it's 24-15. Isabella Rep, freshman from David Douglas High School in Portland, serving for the Saints. Out of bounds, the Roadrunners win the second set, 25-15. They won the first one 25-13. We will have a 5-minute break here with the Roadrunners up 2-0. And I'll go ahead and keep the video rolling with the time there for you, so you can go ahead and keep an eye on when we'll be back with the broadcast. Thanks again for tuning in to LBCC Volleyball. We are back for the third set, and the Roadrunners hoping the final set of the match, as LB does lead it 2-0. And get the first point here. It's 1-0 LB, and Maddie Norris will serve again. LBCC won the first set 25-13, and the second set 25-15. Vidad gets it over. Grace Phillips gets it over in a different way. A little bit more power there behind the hit of Grace Phillips. Excited to see what she does in the future. Maddie Norris, who is always consistent here, serving, serves the 2-0 point. Norris up to Knuth. Mitra Aflatuni blocked. It's 2-1 now on the block by Grace Buchanan as Buchanan goes back to serve. Aflatuni just in bounds. 3-1, Roadrunners lead. Ali Tao will serve. Way out of bounds off of Michelle Arney. 4-1 LB. And miscommunication by Grace Buchanan and McKenna Schwab on who was going to get that one. It drops in no man's land. It is now 5-1. The Roadrunners still up. Ali Tao still serving. Into the net. 5-2. LB in the lead. Jada Spendolo, sophomore from Milwaukee, serving. Kaya Philly's hit goes into the net, and kind of a low setup there for Norris. Looks like she sort of tapped herself on the chest, saying, I'll take the blame for that one. It's 5-3 Roadrunners. This time Philly's hit goes over the net, but a little bit too far. It goes out of bounds. The score now 5-4. And a little bit of a different feel here in this third set than in the second set, wherein the Roadrunners went on a 6-0 run to start things off. And quite a different feel as the Saints tie it up. Grace Phillips gets the lead right back. It's 6-5 on the kill by Phillips. And for the Roadrunners, Sabrina McDowell, she will serve. Norris sets up Philly. The attack by Janaea Wright, way off the hands of Jada Spendolo. It's 7-5 now, Roadrunners in the lead by 2. Make it 8-5 on the serve by McDowell. And this time McDowell serve out of bounds. The Roadrunners now lead 8-6. Michelle Arney, the freshman from Warrenton, Oregon, serving. And I've underlined Warrenton, gonna have to look that one up. As an Oregon native, never heard of it. A hard hit by McKenna Schwab. In the last set, I remarked that Schwab had the hardest hit I'd seen by a Saint all night, and she does it again here with the kill to make it a 1-point game. 8-7, Roadrunners up. The serve by Arney. As Arney keeps it inbound. Micaiah Philly with the kill. 9-7 LB. Into the match, freshman number 9, Deja Smith, defensive specialist from Scio High School, native of Albany, Oregon. It goes off the hands of Janaea Wright up at the net and then bounces again off her fist. It's 9-8 now, Roadrunners leading just by 1 in a much closer set than the previous 2 had been. Bethany McKnight, freshman from Willamina, serves. Inbounds, and a very nice hit here, and another powerful one. This time by, I believe, Shelby Martin, sophomore from Oregon City. Micaiah Philly is met at the net by Martin, but it goes over just in front of her. It's now 10-9, Roadrunners lead. Getting the lead back, I should say, as it was tied up at 9-9. Katie Carrillo will serve. Carrillo serve goes into the net. It remains a 1-point game. LB up 11-10. Shelby Martin will serve. Norris sets up Allie Tao. The kill goes right in front of Bethany McKnight and bounces in front of her hands. (12-10) now the score. The Roadrunners leading by 2, and Kaya Knuth, the libero, will serve for LB. Allie Tao gets it over. A quick set by Vidra, or Vidad, I should say. Grace Phillips from the other side. It's 13-10. LBCC in the lead. Knuth will serve again here in the third set. LB leads the match 2-0. Looking to improve to 4-0 in conference play and 6-2 at home. 20-9 overall, that is, here if they can win the third set. And Phillips trying to make sure that happens with the kill. 14-10. Knuth will serve again. Allie Tao, the freshman, another hard hit. 15-10. The Roadrunners leading, timeout called by Christina Crivello, the head coach for the Saints. And it's an interesting dynamic here, and more than halfway through the season, as we actually just get into conference play, but more than halfway through the regular season in total. And Allie Tao just continues to impress me, the freshman outside hitter from Sweet Home High School. And it's hard for me to not say the freshman when she has all these amazing kills and hits so hard. And it was interesting this last year with the Oregon State baseball team winning the national championship. Some of my good friends on the team were freshmen, including a young man by the name of Kevin Abel. And if anybody follows the Beavers, they know that Kevin Abel did not look like a freshman in that championship game, going the complete game and setting records for freshman players, but it was because his coaches and everyone told him not to consider himself a freshman. He was a college athlete playing with all the other college students, and so that's kind of the same kind of route. I almost feel bad for mentioning that Allie Tao's a freshman so much, but I do so because I'm impressed by her athleticism and being so young. Here Tao gets them with a light tap. It's 16-10, showing a little variety there in the hits. Knuth with the serve. The block goes out of bounds off of Phillips or Norris. It's 16-11, the side out that the Saints desperately wanted. Leads to Carolyn Vidad, freshman from Honolulu, serving. Deja Smith bumps it right back over. And after an athletic attempt by Carrillo, who rolls on the ground, unable to come up with it, it's 16-12. LBCC still up by 4. The serve is short. It's 17-12. The Roadrunners up. Maddie Norris to serve this time. Two hits called on the Saints. It's 18-12. The Roadrunners in the lead. Maddie Norris serving again. A nice hit by Michelle Arney, the freshman from Warrenton. 18-13 now the score. Grace Buchanan will serve. Mitra Aflatuni inbounds for the kill. 19-13. The Roadrunners looking for point number 20 and coming down to the end of the wire, hopefully, as the girls looking to sweep the Saints here at home. Knuth to Aflatuni again. And it goes out of bounds. And now the score, 20-13. Allie Tao will serve. Just over the net. Micaiah Philly A nice job by the Saints there, keeping that one up. It was Grace Buchanan in the back row that got the dig. And here Micaiah Philly gets another chance at him. This time they're unable to come up with it. It's 21-13 Roadrunners here in the third set. They lead the match 2-0. An ace. The Roadrunners leading 22-13. Allie Tao will serve again. And I did just look up Warrenton, Oregon, as the freshman Michelle Arney from the Saints is from there. And it's actually just north of Astoria, a little northwest. So I thought Astoria was the furthest most point on the coast, but it's not. Mitra Affeltuni, freshman from Corvallis, with point number 23. The Roadrunners up by 10. Affeltuni from Corvallis, we know where that is, my hometown, just over the river from where we sit at the LBCC campus. Into the game for the Roadrunners. Up front, Kaylee Rodriguez, sophomore from Hillsboro. Allie Tao's serve goes into the net. The Saints getting another chance here with 23-14 now the score. Little confusion on the rotation. But it is Jada Spendolo, sophomore from Gladstone High School in Milwaukee, who will serve. Micaiah Philly, a hard hit. And a quick set. Arney is met at the net this time. The Roadrunners lead 24-14. And a nice job there by Kaylee Rodriguez. She comes in just briefly and gets the block on Arney. It'll be Sabrina McDowell to serve for the match. 24-14. And the Roadrunners get the match point. LBCC wins here. 25-13, 25-15, 25-14. LB pretty dominant here versus the Mount Hood Community College Saints. The Roadrunners improved to 4-0 in conference, 20-9 overall, and 6-2 at home. We'll be back here October 12th for the next home game. Thanks again for joining us. We'll talk to you next time.